Hello out there, and welcome to another compact tuning guide within the world of Forza Horizon 5. In today's video, I am venturing into uncharted territory by maxing out a car's PI without adhering to any specific performance class. The goal? To create a hill climb monster. A beast with hard acceleration, ample aerodynamics and mechanical grip, low weight and incredible agility. Given the exceptional tuning capabilities of Japanese and Asian cars and their often responsive engines, I chose to dive into the world of Mitsubishi. Wanting to embrace the hill climb challenge, I initially eyed for an Lancer Evo 6 GSR. However, considering its manual transmission might be a bit overwhelming, I shifted my focus to the youngest member of the Evo family, the Evo 10. A bonus is that the Evo 10 comes with a Street Fighter LA body kit, further enhancing grip and handling. Let's dive into the stock performance of the Mitsubishi. Many of you might have already taken this car for a spin, given its appearance in the FH5 trailer and the welcome pack edition with a decent PI of 800. Surprisingly, the base Evo 10 felt amazing despite being 16 years old, easily outperforming neo counterparts. The responsiveness to steering inputs is commendable, and the rotation and overall handling are surprisingly neutral, especially for a 4-wheel drive car. No signs of understeer were detected. While the acceleration is good, there are other cars even within the Evo lineup with less power but quicker sprint to 100 kph. In summary, the Evo 10 is an exceptional base vehicle for substantial PI increases, perfectly suited to become a formidable hill climb monster. After the stock run, we'll venture into the tuning section, starting with the base tune followed by the fine tuning. Right after that, I reveal the share code for the tuning, allowing you to apply it yourself. There we have it. Done with the stock run and ready to transform this Evo into a monster. First things first, I started with the Street Fighter LA body kit. Not over the top, which I appreciate. Next, I included the matching rear wing and the Forza Street hood for that custom touch. To unleash maximum attack, I fitted slicks, rendering the car useless on wet tarmac. Since the stock tires were a bit too slim, I widened them from 245s to a whopping 305mm on both front and rear axle. This might affect responsiveness, but for an explosive performance jump it's a necessity. Opting for the Warsteiner VFN 405 rims, I could have gone lighter, but none caught my eye that hard, so we are not shredding an extra 6 kg. My bad. Given the Evo 10's slow dual clutch transmission, a clutch and transmission upgrade surprisingly shaved off 0.07 seconds in shift time. A driveline and differential upgrade were necessary, as expected. While the stock brakes were decent, the race braking system takes it to another level, with the rating hitting 8.7 and additional upgrades like the suspension and race roll cage improving handling and torsion stiffness. Weight reduction followed, shedding 282 kg, bringing the Evo down to 1265 kg before engine upgrades. This coincided with a staggering braking rating of 9.4, unheard of for a Mitsubishi. Adding every possible engine upgrade, we hit 736 horsepower and 880 Nm of torque. A substantial boost from the original 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with a bit more displacement. Despite occasional peaks at the braking rating of 9.5, the anti-lag turbo, with its loud pops and bangs, was must-have for holding boost pressure. Interestingly, it brings the peak boost curve earlier, offering more power at lower RPM while maintaining the same PI. And there we go, the Evo is primed to dominate some leaderboard times. Unfortunately, hitting a PI of 900 without an engine swap proved elusive. Now onto the fine tune. The values are a bit unconventional, catering to this extreme build. While I initially experimented with meta build settings, for example the anti-rollbar values of 65 at the front and 1 at the rear, I found my usual approach more user-friendly for most. It might not be the absolute fastest setup, but I believe it will suit the driving style of many. After checking out the share code, let's dive into the tuned run, so stay tuned. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is my tuned run with the hill climb monster Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10 GSR. Just by the way, GSR stands for Grand Sport Racing. As you may have already noticed, right after the first 3 seconds, this thing is agile as f*** and has a loads of grip. And it's louder than your Golf. Seriously, I haven't done something extreme like this before. I mostly was like, okay, this car has a PI of 899, let's make it to 900. I wasn't always ready to completely skip a class or even 2. Sure, my setup for the BMW iX was somewhat similar, because I went from a low A-class rating to S1 899, but these are cars which won't be useful anyways, so it doesn't matter in which class they end up. The Evo X is something different, because it's light, it has a lot of power, comes with a responsive 4-cylinder engine, you can add massive aero without destroying the design of the car, and it even comes with a 4-wheel drive system in its stock configuration. The anti-lag is a bit over the top sometimes, but it is just as it is in real life, so I don't have any complaints there. It would be amazing to have the option to disable this, if you just don't want it or need it, without changing the turbo itself, since there isn't any price or PI difference anyways. Let's get to the point. As I already said like 20 times before, this setup is extreme, but also extremely fun to drive. Because of its handling, the acceleration is decent, yes, top speed isn't given at all because of that rear wing, but everything else is just nuts. I took a lot of work to create this fine-tune because I wanted a neutral setup with a tiny tendency to oversteer, and I made it like that. Which also is the only negative point for the setup. In mid-corner there is just a small degree between being as fast as possible in the corner and sliding out of the corner back to the Horizon 4 festival. Overall the setup is for everyone. There is nothing what most of you people don't like. At least I think so. Maybe I'm doing this more often in the future. Until then, if you have any questions or suggestions, please use the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and hitting that subscribe button for more content in the future. See you later, and until next time, keep the revs up high and the